What's up, everybody? This is Kentucky Vlogs. I wanted to get back on here and do an update on my channel. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, since my last video. So what's going on now? It's been a while. I had a lot of waiting I had to do until my application finally went to the dealer meeting, because they only have it once a week. And so the application went to the meeting, and they called me the next day after the meeting and let me know that my application was approved and everything was on there like it needed to be. My location that my car lot is at, the building was okay to be able to be used. It was zoned right. I had all the paperwork that I needed. So they did approve me for the dealer license, but I cannot get started just yet. They let me know that I was approved, but that I had to get the bond and the insurance and before they could send me the dealer license. So I had to show them proof that I bought the bond and the insurance, because you don't have to buy the bond and the insurance until you know that you're approved, so that you're not wasting money and on the bond and the insurance, and then you find out that you're not approved, because then of course it would be no good for you, and then you spent all that money on it when you're not even going to be able to use it because you wasn't approved. So that's why they have it set up like that. So all I had to do was get the bond and the insurance. So I went down to the insurance place because it's locally around me, and they don't do the car lot kind of insurance themselves, but they do kind of like subcontracting, how you would subcontract work if you was in construction. That's kind of like what they do with another insurance place, and they'll send all your stuff to another insurance place that does do that kind of insurance. And so they're taking care of everything for you, so you don't have to mess with the other insurance place, and you're just doing everything through them. So I went there and I paid for the insurance at the place, and then they let me know that all the paperwork and stuff would be sent to me by email later on, after it all went through their system and stuff. And that's what I needed to show the DMV, was proof that I had gotten the insurance and the bond. So I did the same thing with the bond. I didn't have a place that's local. I couldn't find anything local, and so I called the bond place that I got the quote from, and I did everything over the phone, paid with a debit card over the phone, and got my bond that I needed, which was $50,000 surety bond. And they said the same thing, that they would email me all the paperwork for the bond and the papers that shows proof that you bought the bond. So then I had to wait on getting the proof for the bond and insurance from each company, and I ended up waiting 6 days and nothing had came to me. I was calling them, asking how long it would take, and they kept telling me that it was taking longer than normal because of COVID going on, and a lot of them was working at home and not even working in offices. So after 7 days, the bond place finally emailed me all the paperwork for the bond, and I was able to email the bond paperwork to the DMV person. And originally I was going to have to mail it to her with $120 fee that was for the dealer license, and then the paperwork for the insurance, mailed that all together at the same time. And I was worried about that because I didn't want it to take even longer for mail to get to them, and then they had to mail me the dealer license, and I had to wait for that to come back in the mail after they finally got the papers that came to them in the mail. So that would have took a lot longer, and I already had to wait a whole week for the paperwork. I finally got the insurance paperwork after like 7 days. I just got that today, and I emailed the insurance to her, and she said that the office was shut down at the DMV, and you couldn't even go inside, because I had thought initially about driving down there. It's like 3.5 hours from me. They're the main office here, the DMV office, and they're the ones that do the dealer license and everything, because only the state capitol does that in my state. And it's 3.5 hours from me, so I was gonna drive down to it, hand them all the paperwork, and then hoping that they would hand me the dealer license instead of mailing it. But I found out that the office was shut down, so that wasn't an option. But she actually told me that instead of mailing the dealer license, they were emailing it to you, and then you could print it off, which I was happy about that, because that saves me like 3 days in the mail trying to get to me. So she's got all the paperwork now. I did have to mail the $120 dealer fee to her in the mail, because there was no other option for that, because you had to get a money order and you couldn't pay over the phone with a debit card. So as soon as she gets that money in the mail for the dealer fee, then I will finally get the dealer license emailed to me, and I'll be able to start registering for all the auctions. And I'm registering for Copart, the dealer only auctions, and getting out there, seeing what these prices are. I've heard a lot of stuff about the prices were crazy right now with COVID, so we're gonna find out how the prices are. It could be bad prices, or we could find a good spot, or it could be people that are saying that the prices are bad and they're just not even looking at the right kind of cars. So we're gonna find that out. As soon as I get that, it should be only like 1 or 2 days. I should have the dealer license in the email, and then I can print it out. And then I'm gonna take you with me, and we're gonna get registered to these auctions. We're gonna buy some cars. We're gonna take them back to the car lot. We're gonna work on these cars. If they need something, I'm gonna get them cleaned up, detail them, and then we're gonna put them out on the lot and get them sold. And I'm gonna show you the whole process of that. I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm paying for these cars and what I sell these cars for. So I hope you will subscribe to this channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions you want to ask, just comment down below. And stick around, and we're gonna hit these auctions and see how much we can make on these cars. So until next video, I'll see y'all later.